Hello, and once again, welcome to the Broken Sword playthrough. Okay, now, I scratched my head for a few minutes and tried a few things out. Finally did it. I reloaded up where I'd saved just to show you guys. And I've got it. Figured out finally what you did. It took me a while of dusting down the old brain and remembering what you had to do for this. But I found it out, and it's an iconic moment for anybody who's had a PS1. I mean, this was available for the PC, but back then I wasn't. I only bought a PC, a laptop back when once I was working. I didn't have a PC or anything like that throughout my childhood. So I was a console gamer as a result. But I still have great memories of this game. And this was the puzzle where I got stuck, and doubtless other people did, because it's a strange one, because it's the first puzzle of its kind in the game. And this was back, but some of these games nowadays, they kind of hold your hand, and the puzzles are very easy. This one, there was no explanation or anything like that, nothing to guide you into a puzzle like this. You just had to figure it out for yourself, basically, or get somebody else to tell you, like I said. But basically, the solution to the problem is you go over here, and you click on that. Move it out the way. When the little bugger goes to butt you,
the rope by which the goat was tethered had become tangled on the old plowshare.
He gets caught. Thus,
it was a rusted piece of iron, maybe part of a plow or something.
And that's how you catch the vicious little blighter. And it's something so simple, but until you think of it, it can leave you stumped for hours. I remember when I was younger, because I was quite young when I first played the first playthrough of this. The second one, it was a little bit easier as well, because I played it on the PC. The first one was on the PlayStation, and it can be a little bit awkward with the controls. So you have to make use of the shoulder buttons to make the cursor move a little bit quicker. Anyway, that's an iconic puzzle of gaming done. And we'll go down now and triumphantly head into the Templar Sanctuary. So I had a bit of gas there. Don't know why I told you that. But hey, these things happen. Such is life. So we triumphantly now made it into this part. And let's see what we've got here. We've got some kind of... that looks like it could be movable. Let's see what's over here. We have...
the bench had probably been used by Pegram and his archaeological team.
a bench. And a bag of something.
The sack contained a fine white powder.
Is that it?
As I dipped my fingers into the soft white powder, I realized what it was. Plaster of Paris. I'd used it in kindergarten to make casts of animal paw prints.
And I think that is it.
I reached into the sack, but it was empty.
Alright, so we've got some plaster of Paris there. And no, that isn't cocaine.
Plaster left in the castle by Pegram's archaeology team.
And we've got this thing.
Behind the altar was a carved panel decorated with animals, birds, and plants. I tried in vain to move the panel. There was a pattern of 5 holes arranged on the wall. They'd been drilled there deliberately.
So let's try and fiddle with it.
I placed my fingers and thumb into the holes in the wall. Nothing happened.
So we haven't really got anything to jab into the wall. Now, from what I remember, it's something to... you use the plaster of Paris with the... Is that something else?
The bench.
No, it's still the bench. There's nothing else to look for in here. Well, I'll just see. This might be a first combination of an item. We'll just try. Nah.
It was a rectangle of toweling printed with the words, Nagopolian stout builds body.
Right. Now, we have to make something to fit in the hole, but I don't think we have all the pieces. So, what we are going to do is go out of here. And I think you've got to go back to the pub. Because we've got part of the solution, but not all of it. Now, I might as well not take the sewer key out just yet. I don't know if you can retrieve it. Something's telling me, a little memory, is that you retrieve it, but I'm not 100% certain on that. That might be a false memory there. But so far I've had great fun coming back to this game, even though I've already played it twice before. It is a charming game, and it is still a fun game to come back to every now and again. I do like my point and click games, and it's probably, I am going to feature a couple of others probably in my channel as time goes on. I'll probably do the second one, Smoking Mirror. I had that for the PS1 as well, so that'll be another good game to go back over. Ah, and he's in here. He'll probably wonder why I'm in the pub after saying I guard it.
Hello.
Hello there. Let me introduce you to my pals.
We've already met.
Alright, let's see if he's heard of him.
I want you to know you have my sympathy.
Oh, it's just terrible, awful.
It's the worst news I heard all day.
Let's top the bad news all right for this week and the next.
The whole year.
It's worse than that. It's the worst disaster in living memory.
Isn't it the biggest calamity in the history of the village?
I would say it's the biggest in the history of Ireland.
The most awesome disaster since mankind paddled out to the primal plop.
Plop,
There's
I love that
no
word.
beer.
There's no beer. Yeah, forget about old
Is a
Patrick.
glass of beer more important than a man's life?
Were you talking to me?
To all of you. Sean Fitzgerald has met with God knows what, and all you can do is drink.
Sean has gone for a ride in a flash car, that's all. Why don't you calm down and join us?
Yeah, I suppose I won't be too
What
bothered
Sean?
about us
Why
climbing
aren't
up the
you
hay
out
bale
looking
now.
for him?
There's no point in launching an ill-equipped expedition to save the lad. In a life or death situation, preparation is essential. That's why I slipped in here.
For a point.
To get to the sufficient level of inebriation to go and rescue
Do you
somebody.
know anything about this piece of water?
It looks like a handmade snare.
No, I don't think there's anything else to...
Do you have...
I suppose I could squeeze it out into my glass if I was desperate enough.
Radio. Well, that's all to hear
gotta
from this
go.
guy. Talk to this man.
Excuse... Yes.
I think you mentioned this.
Are you sure...
I told...
No, maybe not yet. Now, there's something to do.
Thanks. Hey!
Hello there again.
Oh, nothing really.
Maybe it's something out here. There's something you've got to do. I think it's something. I don't know if it's something to do with this panel out here. But for some reason, you've got to do something. It shorts out the electric or something. This is just from what I remember though. So we've got nothing else to use with that, have we?
It was impossible to retrieve.
And now I'm stumped on to what to do next. So whether you talk to somebody in there or in here. I can't remember if there's something down that grate and there's some way of getting it. I don't know. In fact, let's just talk to him.
Hey,
No, you can't talk to him about that.
do you know what this...
No,
What do you...
stealing.
What?
Hey,
That old windbag doesn't scare me.
you're pretty cool, mister. For an old guy.
Right. So maybe there's not to do here, so I'm fumbling around a little bit now. I'll just try and talk to some of the other people in the bar. Because I don't want to say too much too early, but I thought a certain chain of events might have unfolded upon coming back here, because I'm sure there's nothing to do at the castle now. From what I remember anyway, there's nothing to do at the castle.
Hello again.
No, I don't think there's else to see.
What do you...
Hay fever.
Okay.
Here, this wire belongs...
Oh no, never saw it before. No,
Very strange.
Could you use this...
I could, but it wouldn't be much use for anything else.
I'll...
I laughed at that before, but I've talked to him. Let's talk to this other guy.
Excuse...
It's not to talk to him. I think it might be, funnily enough, the solution might be drinking. Believe it or not.
Somehow, I'd managed to drink the thick, sweet brew. I felt strangely compelled to order another, even though my every instinct warned me against it. Get.
Oh, I think it might be.
It was an electrical plug attached to the glass washer. Get.
Maybe not. Well, there's some...
Excuse me. Yes, sir?
Well, there's something to do with that dishwasher.
Hey, how about another drink?
I'll serve anyone with manners and money.
You know, I'm serious. Have you considered turning McDevitt's into a cocktail bar? Cocktails are chic, cool, and popular with younger drinkers.
What? Kids in the bar? Can you imagine it? Pinball, pimples, and puke.
Right, I get the picture. I'll settle for a glass of stout.
Oh, stout. You did say black. Stout's not exactly black. Stout's more
I'm
brown.
sorry, but the pump appears to be broken.
I could fix it for you.
I don't think so. This is a job for a professional electrician. Oh well, at least the glass washer is still working. It's not my idea, is it?
Ah, so it was. The solution to one of the last problems has actually been solved by drinking. I remember there's something to do with the dishwasher. I remember that. And now you show him this.
It just so happens I'm an electrician. Check out my credentials.
Well, no. Isn't that marvellous? Here's a house bedeviled with faulty wiring of a wayward nature. Here's you, an electric man, with a little plastic card to prove it. I still want to see what you can do before I let you touch me beer pumps. You can make a start on the glass washer.
And success. You've gained
And
access
when
to
you
them.
finish that, will you take a look at the pumps?
Right, so let's come over here and have a look at the dishwasher.
There was nothing physically wrong with the glass washer. I used all my knowledge of electrical engineering to examine the plug. Seemed fine to me.
Now, what probably wouldn't be recommended in real life is you get this piece of wire and stick it in the plug.
I replaced the fuse with a piece of wire. I knew it was dangerous, but I was desperate enough to disregard everything I knew about standard safety precautions. Excuse me, Mr. Leary. I fixed your glass washer, no problem.
Bingo! And a blessing to all the saints. A free half pint to that man, on the house. Now, could you take a look at the beer pumps?
Well, I guess so, but I'm not making any promises.
If you can't fix them, I'll have a riot on me hands.
The pumps are in the cellar, right?
That's right. You'll find a flashlight down there somewhere.
And that, my friends, gives you access to this guy's beer cellar. Now, I can't actually even remember how long I've been on now. I'm trying to keep a little bit of track of time so I'm not boring you overly with...
What a dumb place to store a flashlight. A dark cellar. The only way I was going to find anything down there was to feel around.
Well, nobody said the Irish was smart. There's a reason there's a lot of jokes made about them. Nah, I'll go easy on it. I'm half Irish myself, which probably explains a few things. Anyway, I don't want the videos to be overly long, so I think I'll leave the cellar just for now, and I'll come back with another video, so I can keep a little bit of a tighter rein on how long these videos are for now. Anyway, I will see you guys later when I come back with another video. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.